So, you're a solopreneur. You know how it is, right? You're the CEO, the creator, the marketer, the tech support. You're doing it all, and it can get pretty chaotic fast. But what if there was a clear step-by-step playbook to take you from that chaos to total clarity? Well, that's exactly what we're going to walk through right now.
This really hits home. The biggest problem isn't a lack of passion or hustle. So many talented people burn out simply because they're spinning their wheels. All that hard work is just scattered, with no real direction. This playbook is designed to fix that. It's about giving you a map, not just another dose of motivation.
The biggest question of them all, isn't it? Before you ever build a product, before you rate a single social media post, before you do anything really, you have to lay the groundwork. And that foundation, it all starts by asking a few very specific, very important questions.
Think about it like this. This first step is like programming your GPS before you head out on a big road trip. I mean, you wouldn't just jump in the car and start driving randomly, hoping you'd end up in the right place, would you? Of course not. And building a business is exactly the same. You've got to know where you are, where you're going, and the best way to get there.
Finding your sweet spot, your perfect niche, it's not some kind of magic. It's just the intersection of these three things. Your passion is the fuel that's going to keep you going for the long haul. Your talent, that's your secret weapon, your unfair advantage. And market need, well, that's what ensures you're actually creating something people are willing to pay for. When you get those three to line up, your business isn't just possible, it's powerful.
And this is the beautiful chain reaction we're aiming for. See, that initial clarity, it does more than just feel good. It directly builds your confidence. That newfound confidence lets you take real, focused action. And consistent, focused action, that's what creates unstoppable momentum. It all starts with clarity.
Okay, so you've got that clarity locked in. Now we move to the next phase, forging your tools for the journey. This is where we stop trading our time for money and start building a truly profitable and honestly, a calm solo business. How? By creating scalable assets, digital products that can work for you 24/7, even when you're sleeping.
So what should you create? Well, choosing the right product is your first big strategic move. Ebooks and templates are just fantastic starting points. They solve a very specific problem, they're relatively easy to create, and they're a great way to see if your idea has legs. Now, a digital course, that's a bigger project for sure, but it lets you package up all your expertise into a really high-value premium offer. The key is just to match the product format to the problem you're solving for people.
This right here is the game-changing shift. This is how you go from feeling like an employee in your own business to actually being the CEO. You stop being the bottleneck, drowning in all those manual tasks, and you start using automation and AI as your own virtual team. This frees you up to think about the big picture, to create, and, to actually have some freedom.
Seriously, think of AI as your ultimate leverage machine. Just imagine how many hours you'd get back every single week if these tasks were basically handled for you. Coming up with content ideas, drafting social media posts, analyzing feedback, this isn't about replacing your unique creativity. It's about automating the boring, repetitive stuff so you have more time and energy to be creative.
All right, so you've got clarity. You've built your awesome scalable products. Now, how do you find the right people for them? How do you guide them towards your solution? This is where we map out that journey, turning curious onlookers into happy, paying customers.
I know the word funnel can sound kind of intimidating or, a little salesy, but it's really not. All it is a well-lit path. That's it. Your job is just to turn on the lights, show people where to step next, and walk alongside them as they figure out their problem and discover your solution. It's all about being a helpful guide, not a pushy salesperson.
And that path? It's got three really clear stages. First up, you have the top of the funnel, or tofu. This is where you attract brand new people with totally free, super valuable content, like a helpful blog post or a quick tip on social media. Next, you have the middle, mofu, where you build trust with those people, maybe through a webinar or a newsletter. And finally, you get to the bottom, or bofu, where you make a clear, simple offer to the people who are now ready for your solution. Okay, now listen up, because this might be one of the most important pieces of advice for any solopreneur out there. The idea that you have to be everywhere online is a myth, and it is the fastest way to burn yourself out. Instead, just figure out where your ideal audience actually spends their time, and then go deep on one, maybe two of those platforms. Master them, build real relationships. It is always quality over quantity, always. So, what's the final piece of this whole puzzle? It's the engine, the system that's going to keep your business growing month after month without you having to reinvent the wheel.
You don't need fancy growth hacks. You need a simple, repeatable system that creates compounding results over time. Your growth shouldn't feel random or chaotic. This three-part engine makes it predictable. So instead of always desperately trying to create something brand new, you start by simply refining what you know is already working. Then, you repurpose that proven content to reach new people in new ways. By just repeating this simple cycle, you create a reliable rhythm for growth, not a stressful last-minute scramble.
And when we talk about refining things, the goal is not perfection. It's just about consistent, small improvements. You don't need to overhaul your whole business every single month. Just ask yourself this one simple question: how can I make this just 10% better? Those tiny little adjustments are what add up over time to create massive results.
And that, right there, is the ultimate unfair advantage of being a solopreneur when you have the right systems. You don't need a huge team, you don't need a massive budget. You can build an incredibly profitable and sustainable business using small, smart systems that give you amazing leverage, all without the burnout.
So let's just quickly retrace the path we just walked. We started by finding our core clarity. Then, we used that clarity to build scalable products. After that, we created a clear path for our audience to find us. And finally, we built the growth engine to keep the momentum going for the long term.
At the end of the day, never forget this. Every single product you build, every piece of content you create, it isn't just a business asset. It's another brick in the foundation of a life that you're building completely on your own terms. You have the playbook now, the whole thing. But look, knowledge without action is just entertainment. So the most important question is the one you see right now. Out of everything we just covered, what is the one small thing you can take action on today to move from just learning about this to actually doing it? Pick one thing and go for it.